Hey guys, today we are going to be building a crash test dummy. Now you may be asking yourself, what is a crash test dummy? So according to Merriam-Webster, it is a life-size model of a person used in tests to see what would happen if a car got into an accident. Or in this case, we're going to be doing planes instead of cars. Now, crash test dummies, they can actually cost up to $400,000. And they cost that much because they actually have 80 sensors. And they transmit 10,000 messages to researchers, scientists, whoever's using them, every second. So 10,000 messages a second. Pretty insane. Also in this project, we're going to be using G's. Another thing that uses, well, crash test dummies use G's. So G's are basically just gravity. So on Earth, we have 1 G because that's just 1 gravity, I guess. And then in space, we have nearly no G's because it's nearly, there's nearly no gravity in space. Then near a black hole, say you're going to feel a ton of G's and it's really going to be pulling on you and eventually kill you. Well, really soon kill you. Now, also, another way to do G's, it's not only gravity. It's also acceleration and deceleration. So, for example, if I have my razor blade here, if it accelerates, then stops really quick, then it just stopped super quickly. So, its inertia wanted to go forward, but I stopped it. So, the razor blade would have been feeling G's that were going horizontally. And then you can also have acceleration G's. So if I sped it up super quickly, then if you were a person, imagine this razor blade is a person, then the head would maybe fall off, or if there's too much acceleration G or deceleration G's, then they just eventually die under about 65, 75 G's-ish. And that's pretty much it about G's. What I've done, since in my last video, I made an FT Puncher. It was more like a beta test plane. It didn't really have any lift and it was super fast and it did a bunch of crashes. And I want to know if it would have actually killed all the test pilots. Pretty gruesome subject, but it should work. So basically what I have here is a little Punjet dummy thing. It can go on any of your planes really, but basically it works with magnets, and the head is just attracted to the body. Pretty simple concept. But the G's from the plane crashing, it can make his head fall off. And basically I've made this guy the approximate size of a human on my Corsair, and I did a bunch of calculations and figured out that this guy should die under about 5 to 8 G's, 5-10 G's, something like that. So today I'm going to show you guys how to build this little crash test dummy guy. He's pretty fun. Let's get to it. So in building, we can put all this off to the side. And you're just going to want these 2 magnets, and this is going to be the head, and this is going to be the body. So they're going to attract each other, and that's basically how this guy works. So to make this, we can put these off to the side for now, and get some foam. So for this, we want to go to a nice cuttable spot, like right here. And I think we're going to want our dude to be, our crash test dummy, to be about this big. So maybe like 2 inches. His body's going to be about 2 inches. And it looks like this foam is about 1 inch thick. So I'm going to mark 1 inch this way. So now this guy's going to be about, his body's going to be about square. So I'm just going to give this a little trace. And now we can cut that out. So I'm actually going to use this and cut it out. Now actually this is, yeah. Sometimes this might work with scissors, But I'm gonna see if this works too. Looking kind of sketchy. But that's okay. Yeah, it doesn't have to look super great. This one's not looking super good, but it works. That's kind of all that matters. So we can put this excess foam in the trash, and we won't be needing the razor blade for a bit of time. So now we just have this nice little foam body. Now we can get our magnet, and we're just gonna want to glue that just about in the center. So you can pick a side, any side, it doesn't matter. This is just gonna go right in there. So just put a dab of glue right there, tiny bit. Because if you put too much glue, it can actually burn through the foam, which is something we definitely don't want to happen. We can just put it a little more though. I guess burning through the foam isn't terrible, but that's fine. Nice. Okay, so now for this next part, if you can see on this guy, there's some foam board right here, and we just need to cut out a little square of foam board. So we can get this little bit right here. This is just going to go right on top here, and it's gonna make it look better. It's gonna be better. Yeah, all that good stuff. You really want foam board. It also separates the magnets so that they don't attract too much, but they attract just enough. Also, instead of foam board, you can probably use cardboard or something like that. Maybe stacked up paper, whatever. So we are actually probably gonna want to use a little right here and just trace around our body. So right there and there. So that's basically what the little foam board thing's gonna look like, and we can just cut that out. Doesn't have to be perfect, but try to keep it as good as you can. And here we can just cut through the back paper and hope this works. Yeah. After you cut through all the paper, you can just try to pop it out. That looks okay. Not very good. It should still work though, I hope. If you need to cut another one out, then you can just cut it out, not too hard. Let's put this right there and keep that. So this looks like it might work. Yeah, so this should work pretty nicely. And just cut off any paper that you don't want. And so now we just want to glue this right on top here. So let's orient this correctly. Okay, looks like I was correct the first time. So now we can just put a bit of glue right there. I probably put way too much, but that's okay. And just put that right on top there. So you can already kind of see that this is sort of forming up, looking pretty good. And just hold that there so that it is nice. We can put that there for now. Then this is not going to be big enough, so we need some foam board. Here, this should be good. So we can put this little bit away and put this off to the side for now. And this, we can unfold this, and glue gun, no need. Cow. The big chunks of foam board are sometimes hard to work with. That's okay though. Then you can just sort of cut out a big chunk right here. So this should be a pretty decent sized chunk. This can probably go around the whole thing. So we can put this foam board back over there, and we just want to peel off the paper because all we want is the paper. You can also use just like tape for this to seal off the edges right there. But I'm just using foam board paper just because. I'm also gonna get this a little more reinforced. burns. This should actually just a little more. Put that there, and this right there. Nice. So now we don't need this foam board anymore. You can do whatever you want with it, make things, whatever. Put that back there, and this is just gonna go right here. So this is gonna be like the his G jacket, or like his acceleration jacket to, yeah, whatever they call it. And we can just put a bit of glue right on this foam board, and a tiny bit there. And hope this glues nicely. Now you can hold this down for a bit. You're definitely going to want to hold it down. It can be a bit hot too, so just try to not touch the glue. Hopefully that's good. And we can do the next side. So it looks like some of my glue just dripped down onto that piece of foam very conveniently. So we can just actually put a little more right there. That'd be nice. You're gonna want to cut off all these edges. So I've got a nice pair of scissors right here. And you can just cut off all of these. Okay, so this looks pretty good. And now here, we're gonna do this side. And also you're gonna wanna put a pinch of glue right there. Slide that right over and hope it works. Ooh, my hands are getting burnt. Yeah, so now we can just like lie this up against the table and hope it sticks. Also, when you're gluing this, you're probably gonna want to keep it pretty like tight. So try to keep the paper right up against the foam. And this looks good. Now we can just cut off this bit of paper right here. And this bottom part. Okay. Now on these edges, there might be some remaining paper. So we're just gonna cut off that right now. Now this we can keep if you like. Basically do whatever you want with it. And put some more glue here. And this should be good. So now you've basically got the body. It's a pretty quick little build. And now we just have to make the head. So let's put the body off to the side. And you can actually keep those. Trash.
From?
Yes, thank you. So now you're gonna want the foam back out again. And in this portion of the build, we're going to be making the head right here. So let's just do a little cut right there. Also, again, about 1 inch. So there. And then here we can see about 1 inch. So right there. And try to snip this. There we go. So this is basically your first part of the head. And now we just want to cut off these edges to make it look like rounder, I guess. So basically more like a head instead of like a Minecraft sort of person head. Yeah. So you can just snip off anywhere that looks like it needs snipping. Usually I also do the top parts here. And then the bottom parts. Okay, so basically this is what our head is going to be. And yeah, so now we just need to put in the magnet for our heads. forehead. We only have one head here today. So we can throw away any of this foam that you just cut off right there into the trash. And now we won't be needing this big piece of foam right here. So we can put that off to the side. Now you can also choose like where your face is gonna be, or the face of your little pilot, if he or she is gonna have a face. But I'm planning on giving mine a face. So I'm going to use this felt tip real quick. Right here. So just give him/her little smiley face. Yay! It's a fun looking head. We might have to touch that up a little later, but that's good for now. Cap this right there. So now he's got a tiny head, and we can put the magnet in. But before we do that, we're gonna want to give it a tiny cut right there. Ish. So basically try to make like a hole-ish sort of thing for the magnet. I guess that didn't really work out. So let's just glue the magnet in. Make sure that here, these magnets should be like this. So make sure that the polarity is correct. So this is gonna go on the bottom of this guy's head, right there. And try to keep it the same orientation. And before we do this, pal, no. And just pop that in right there. And now this guy has a nice little head. Also, since this magnet might like fall off, you might want to reinforce it just a little. Just like around the edges and maybe just over the magnet a little too. I should not have done that. Try to keep the magnet actually on the head. But yeah, then you can just let this dry. So yeah, so let's just let this dry. Right there. And I'm actually gonna give this a little more reinforcing because we really don't want it to separate from the head. And let this dry a little. Okay. Also try to keep this pretty nice right here. And like that. Just gotta wait. Just wait. And this should hopefully work. Yeah, so now this guy has a head. He doesn't look the best. He's pretty tall. It's okay though. And hope, nope. Yeah, so I think we put the magnet on a little too early. So try to keep the magnet actually in the head. But that's pretty much it. So see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.